Looking to beat the summer heat this year? Well, keep watching because I've got some crockpot recipes you don't want to miss. Hey y'all, welcome back to this week's video. I am getting ready to show you all 4 fail-proof slow cooker or crockpot recipes, whatever you want to call it, that are sure to please anyone in your family, and you're definitely going to get some full bellies out of it and some leftovers as well. This week is a little bit special, or a lot of bit special in my opinion, because it is in collaboration with my sweet friend Tamara over at Southern Wife Everyday Life. I know y'all love her and I know y'all know who she is, but if you don't, check the description box below and go show her some love. And if you're coming over from Tamara's channel, hey, so happy to have y'all here. Now, let's get ready to make these awesome, quick, simple, and easy crock pot meals that you can't beat this summer. Sit back and relax and let me do the cooking. So come on, y'all, let's go. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put supper in the crock pot. We are making a beef roast for open face roast beefs tonight. So I've got a big old chuck roast right here. I got an onion that I'm going to slice up, and then I'm going to make it with some brown gravy, au jus, and then a BT onion soup mix. I'm just going to mix this with just a little bit of water and then put everything in a crock pot. This is literally a dump and go, which are my favorite kinds. So let's get this put together. Okay, y'all, so you'll just go ahead and typically I spray my crock pot first, but I'll have to do that after I do all of this. So I put my onions in the bottom, and then I laid my roast in there, and we're just going to season it up with some Badia Complete, black garlic, and then of course a beefy onion soup mix. And then we're going to mix together all 3 packets. Well, just the 2, the brown gravy and the au jus here. And then the other half of the onion we're going to put on top of everything, and then we'll pour that au jus and brown gravy mix right over the top of it. Make sure, you know, you get all that yumminess out of that cup. And then we are going to put some little pats of butter on the top of it just to kind of help it along a little bit and give it a little extra flavor. Put that top on it and cook it anywhere from 8 to 10 hours. The longer the better though, because then it'll just fall apart. So now that I am home, I'm going to go ahead and boil up some taters. And I always put a little beef broth or chicken broth in my water when I'm boiling taters. It just kind of helps give it a little extra flavor with that salt. And then we'll just boil that on down. Now a quick little trick is if you lay a wooden spoon on your pot, it won't boil over. It works like a charm for me. And this is the sourdough bread that I'm just going to go ahead and serve this open face roast beef on. So here is that roast after it's cooked all day long. We're just going to chop it on up with that meat masher. But before we chop that up, we're going to go ahead and get our taters together. So I just have this garlic and herb cream cheese, and I'm going to use a half a block of the other cream cheese, some heavy whipping cream, and some butter. So all of that is in that pot. We're going to set our taters on top of that, and then we'll just mash everything up together. I love to mash it just the old-fashioned way. I like a little bit of texture in my taters, so that's why you see me using that. And then at the very end, I just finish it off with some heavy whipping cream. And now here I'm coming in with that meat masher. We're just going to shred that on up and get it nice and tore apart. That way it goes easily over our taters or our bread or anything like that. So there's our beef. Here's the green beans that I went ahead and heated up. And there's those yummy taters and that toasted up bread. Now you can leave it untoasted if you want to. But y'all, I'm telling y'all, this is so rib sticking good. Quick, simple, easy, and delicious. And it's sure to please everyone. All right, y'all, so for supper tonight, we are going to make some pulled pork. So I got a butt roast right here, and then we got some Badia Complete, some onion soup mix, and a zesty Italian dry pack. So we're gonna go ahead and just get all of this, put it in the crock pot, set it and forget it, and our dinner is going to be done when we get home from work. Can't beat it. All right, y'all, we're going to start by spraying our crock pot, and then that's when we'll go ahead and lay in our pork roast. I do the fat side down, just how I've always done it. That way it renders all that off. We'll season it up with some Badia Complete and the beefy onion soup mixes right here, and then we will dump in that Italian seasoning on top of that. Once we have all the seasonings in there, we'll take about a half a cup of water. You don't need much because it's going to make a lot of juice anyways. We'll pour that on top, set that for about 10 hours. That way it falls literally off the bone. All right, y'all, so we are home. Y'all can see how much broth that put in there. I've got to take this out, then we'll shred it. And of course, I got my stuff laying here. I got to go get my vinegar, though, to make my slaw dressing. And then I'm just going to mix it up. So basically, it's just sugar, mayonnaise, mustard, and white vinegar. You mix it to your taste, however sweet you want it, if you don't want it sweet. I'll see if I can find a recipe that's close. I don't know if I've typed mine up yet or not, but if I did, it'll be linked below as well. But I'm just going to go ahead and make this, and then we'll get our barbecue sauce ready, and we'll get ready to make these sandwiches. Now, y'all, when I say this stuff was tender, y'all can see it right here. It was literally falling apart with me trying to take it out of there. I wanted to get it out of there just so I could drain a little bit of that broth. I just froze it. You never know what you might need it for, but we're just taking it and just chopping that up with that meat masher. It's the easiest way to do it, and it's tender enough, so why not? Now, here is that coleslaw mix. Like I said, I'll try to find a recipe that's similar to mine and link it down below until I can get mine topped up. But everything was absolutely delicious. So we have our pulled pork, there is our hamburger buns, and my barbecue sauce. I would love to be able to share it, but I can't, so because it's just a family secret. I don't know if I want to release it yet or not, but we just had this with some chips, and y'all, when I tell y'all these are the best ever pulled pork sandwiches, I'm not kidding y'all. But you can use whatever kind of barbecue sauce you want. Now, I put barbecue sauce on both sides, and then I put some slaw on top, and then slap them buns right on the top of it. Best supper ever, y'all. Supper tonight is going to be Crockpot garlic parm chicken pasta. So I have some chicken breast cutlets here. I've got some heavy whipping cream, and then instead of the Buffalo Wild Wings, I'm going to go ahead and use this Sweet Baby Ray's. Honestly, I think it's better than the Buffalo Wild Wings. I know that might be an unpopular opinion, but our family likes this one better. And then instead of the milk or the heavy whipping cream to put in there with it, I'm going to do some chicken broth. So I just have this chicken bouillon right here. And then, of course, some Badia Complete to season my chicken, Parmesan cheese, cream cheese, and this is everything you'll need. So we're going to go ahead and get it put in our crock pot and turn it on low until I get home from work. My son's here today, so he will turn it off at the 6-hour point. So that'll be okay. But we're going to go ahead and get this put together. All right, y'all, so start out by going ahead and spraying that crock pot because y'all don't want nothing to stick. And put that chicken in the bottom of there, and then we're just going to give it a good old seasoning. But first, you want to put that chicken broth in there, and now we're going to come in with our Badia Complete, and then about 12 to 14 ounces of that chicken, or no, the garlic parm sauce. Once you have that in there, top it with some Parmesan cheese and then that block of cream cheese. Put that lid on it, set it for about 6 hours on low, and dinner will almost be ready. All right, y'all, so we are home from work, or I'm home from work anyways, and my oldest son went ahead and turned it on to keep warm for me, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn that to off. But it's not burnt. All we're gonna do is just take my little meat masher here and chop up this chicken that's been cooking in that sauce all day. And then once I get all this chopped up and mixed up, if I need any of that heavy whipping cream, I'll go ahead and add that in there. But I've got some water, well, some salt water bowl in here. We're gonna cook these shells. That's what I have opened right now. But when the noodles are done, then we'll dump everything in here once I get all this mixed up. All right, y'all, so I have got everything added in here, and you can see all the cheesiness. This smells so good, and I will let you all know already. I've already taken a bite out of it. And that garlic parm by Sweet Baby Ray's does not have any heat to it, so definitely try it. right, y'all, so supper tonight is going to be French dip, well, a crock pot French dip recipe. So I have a chuck roast here. I've got a can of French onion soup. I've got some beefy onion soup mix. And the only reason I'm doing this, I have mixed kind of 2 recipes together. The one that I'm really following, I'll have linked down below, but I just figured I'd add this since I didn't have beef consomme. That way it'll be a little bit thicker with that mixed together. Then you'll have some Worcestershire sauce, some nature seasoning, and Badia. Those are just the 2 that I'm going to season the roast with. Everything else just gets put in a crock pot. You set it on low for 8 to 10 hours. Mine will be more on the 10-hour side because I'll be at work. So, let's go ahead and get all this put together. All right, y'all, so start out, of course, by spraying that crock pot, and then I cut up like a whole onion, and we'll use half of it right here on the bottom just to give my meat something to rest on. Y'all know that's how I like to do it. We'll put our roast in there on top, cover it with some nature seasoning, Badia Complete, and of course our beefy onion soup mixes. Then we'll come in with that can of French onion. I poured some around the side and some on top, and then some beef broth as well. And then, of course, you'll shake in some Worcestershire sauce, and then the other half of that onion goes right on top of there. Put that on there, cook it for about 10 hours, and you'll be ready to come home to some deliciousness. So here is that roast. Looking so good. So I'm just going to go ahead and chop this up to get it, to where we can put it on our sandwiches. And I have these sub rolls right here. I've got some tomato. The lettuce is still in the fridge. I got to grab it. Provolone cheese, of course, mayonnaise. And then we've got all this au jus around the side that you dip your sandwiches in. And then I'm just going to make some crinkle cut fries in the air fryer. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, chop all this meat up, and then I'll bring you back and show you the plates. Pretty quick, simple, and easy. All right, y'all, that is it for this week's video. I truly hope y'all enjoyed it and it gave y'all some easy, quick weeknight crock pot meals for summertime cooking. So please remember to go and check out Tamara. I'll have everything linked down below in my description box. Y'all make sure y'all go show her some love. Tell her I sent y'all. And until next time, my sweet friends, if y'all are in need of prayer or know of anybody that needs prayer, please let me know and I will be honored to pray for them. Until next time, I wish you all the very best. God bless. Bye.